interest. Exactly what you just said. Pay good attention to some of those article examples. Y'all gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category.
Chapter 4, number 5.
Chapter 4, number 5. Components of democracy. You guys have it. Next hand I see. You guys have it next. 4, 3,
the
2.
adult suffrage, equal votes for adult, like...
What kind of adult suffrage?
The ability for any adult to...
Universal adult suffrage, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me more.
They need to have regular elections each year, so that way it's not just, one guy gets voted in and then he's there.
Or at regular intervals, if not each year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They also need competitive parties.
The more peaceful it will be because the democratic nations don't fight each other.
No.
That's -5. Greatest group, there's 2 more components.
We're talking about the things that they're
Competitive parties.
Competitive parties, what does that mean?
It means that there needs to be more than one point of view represented and able to win.
More than one, yeah, it does. And they need to be legitimately competitive. Oh, I put it in the wrong one. My bad. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the fourth one?
What do they not say?
4.
Is it regular elections?
Yeah, they did. So yeah, I can't give you points now. Go ahead, Maria. What's the fourth one?
Individual rights, the protection of individual
Yeah, you need individual rights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Freedom of speech. The article for that was a free speech whittled down, where the guy was arrested because he was saying that Holocaust wasn't real.
Yeah, that's exactly the example. The idea that the Holocaust denier was arrested, and he was arrested, sentenced to how many years?
3 years.
3 years in jail, absolutely. Go ahead, pick me the next category.
Well, I was this question.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 29, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 57 for Richard's group. Greeny's group, 18. Maria's group, 22. Beck's group,
We're
ouch.
invading them.
Okay, go ahead. Pick me a category, Maria's group. What's your question?
Do you want to know if there's like an essay question on that? Do you want to know put media as like a fifth possibility one for components of democracy or no?
Up to you. Up to you. Go ahead, pick me a category.
Chapter 1, 5 points. Oh, yeah.
Chapter 1 for 5. Here we have the list as much as you can. Not a Pictionary though. You guys have it. Click it, Mark. Limited war, total war, and Cold War. Your group has it. Explain it to me.
With Cold War, you had the United States and Russia against capitalism versus communism.
We can't answer, no one can answer.
It was not a hot war. There was never any direct fighting involved. You had an arms race going on to see which country can build up more defenses.
Okay.
You had the SDI initiative from the United States side, and then we had that scene from the War Games movie where you see no matter which country set nukes out first, there was going to be no...
Okay, let me reel you in here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cold War. Cold War was basically that war that went on between the U.S. and the Soviet Union pretty much almost after World War II up until late 80s, early 1990s. It was cold, as you said. Why?
Because there was no actual fighting.
There was no actual fighting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. They may have fought through other countries, but they didn't fight each other directly. Okay, anything else you can tell me?
In 1990, I think 89 or 91, between 91, the Berlin Wall was torn down by, I guess, pretty much the world. Gorbachev had the 2 policies of perestroika and glasnost, which was openness and...
What does that have to do with the Cold War? 4,
They basically, Soviet Union's demise, basically, because Gorbachev his 2 policies led to the Soviet Union's demise.
Okay, you're straying a little bit too far.
There's the Reagan article.
It's the end of the Cold War.
What about the Reagan article?
The Reagan article said that he couldn't win. The U.S. didn't have anything, but they could fight with money. So what they basically did was that they had a program, which is the Star Wars, where they would build satellites to intercept missiles and shoot missiles right back.
No.
So
the Reagan article said we don't have more bombs, we don't have more missiles, we don't have more tanks, but we've got more money and we will outspend them.
Yeah.
And SDI was a really good example of them outspending them, and it was one of the things that broke the Soviet Union. Tell me something about limited war. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, it's about the families, and it wasn't about total war because it was about families and...
What does that mean? It was about families.
He's saying about mercenaries. Okay,
yeah.
Mercenaries. It was less personal because mercenaries, they had people from other, or let's say foreigners, fight their wars. So there weren't.
Those people fought their wars.
There were warriors fighting the war.
What's limited war? 2, 1. Go ahead.
There were
next.
Limited war wasn't the people of the country fighting the wars. It was hired mercenaries from other countries, such as Prussia.
This sounds familiar to me. Or, what do you mean family? What's that, Precious?
It was the royal families fighting each other.
Okay, basically what you had here was you had the leadership or the families of the given
And they were
countries.
fighting over things.
And they would fight each other, they were fighting over things, and they were using mercenaries in order to do
And when
this.
they got tired, they
1,
just
2,
got
3, 4, 5.
And then
But you didn't put it all together.